Hey guys, welcome to the Designs by Don W, the Designer's Corner, the podcast where creativity meets strategy and design meets dominance. We're breaking down the hottest trends in digital marketing, web design, and everything you need to build a brand that stands out and scales up so you can stay ahead of the curve and not chase it. If you're ready to elevate your brand, sharpen your digital presence, and design with purpose, you're in the right place. So let's get to it. Hey guys, welcome back to Designs by Don W podcast, the Designer Corner. In today's episode, I'm breaking down one of the biggest questions people ask me when building a website or online store. I don't think you guys understand just how many times I've been asked this question. So I was really excited to do this podcast because I was like, okay, this is something I probably should have opened with in the beginning of the whole journey, but here we are today. So, guys, I get asked this question a lot, and it's, should I use Shopify or WordPress? Which one is right for my business? In this podcast, I'm going to break down the common questions, which one is more powerful, explain kind of the benefits of both, and which is more costly when it comes to things. So we're going to get right into it. What is Shopify? Shopify is an all-in-one e-commerce platform designed mainly for selling products online. So, it handles hosting, security, updates, payment systems, checkout. This is primarily used if you just kind of want to launch a store quickly without dealing with the technical stuff. Like, the back end headaches of stuff and just kind of just dealing with things accordingly. Like, okay, well, how do I include like all the nitty wicks and stuff like that? So, it has a drag and drop style setup. It's beginner friendly. It's a simple dashboard and it has an easier learning curve. I will say that Shopify was built for e-commerce first. Like, they put the e-commerce users in need first. It has a fast setup. Like, I'm talking, you can just click it, boom, there you go, it's done. It's less maintenance. You don't have to worry about logging in and updating plugins and, doing all this jive and jazz and stuff like that. And, it has pretty reliable hosting. You don't have to worry about finding a good host depending on if their servers are stronger or not, or, where their server's based at. This is mainly for people who just kind of want to, get the shop going and such. It has built-in support, and it has easy inventory management. That if you use WordPress, you would use a platform called WooCommerce. And in WooCommerce, and we'll jump into that a little bit later when we talk about the WordPress platform, but it's a lot easier to use. It's a lot more easier to set up and such. You don't have to worry about having, multiple plugins to make sure everything stays up to date and make sure it doesn't crash your stuff. It's very beginner friendly. Like I said. Now, do I have experience in Shopify? A fan reached out to me and asked me that, and a lot of clients have asked me this. And they, most people, and there's nothing wrong with it, they assume that, hey, do you guys, as a web developing company, do you guys have any experience in Shopify? Or I have a Shopify website, can you just refresh it up for me, or make it look fresh and make it look new and stuff like that? And I tell them, honestly, it's not as easy as you think it is. Most of the staff here at Designs by Don W, if not all the staff, we use WordPress. That's our bread and butter. That's what we find most easiest to use to help scale. We'll get into that in a little bit later into the podcast, but they're not the same. They, as much as people think all website page builders are the same, Wix, Shopify, Webflow, goodness gracious, what's the other platform? So their page builder, Weebly, they're not all the same, contrary to popular belief. And we're going to get into that, and I do have topics for all of those later down the road as well, but this was going to focus on the Shopify one, so we're going to just home it back in. Now, what is WordPress? WordPress is different because it's more of a content management system. It's more robust. It can do a lot more than just sell products. And touching on that for a little bit, as I mentioned, you have WooCommerce. If you want to if you want to put anything for sale on like a shop, like a product, whether it be a shirt, a book, pants, swimwear, yoga, gym wear, whatever the case may be, you're going to want to have this platform called WooCommerce, and it's a free plugin. But depending on what you want to do, there are add-ons that may or may not be free. Of course, if you're using add-ons and such, this could lead to the possibility of breaking your site because some things may not be compatible and such. So it's one kind of a con, I guess, for using WooCommerce, because you don't know what's going on with your site and such, or if your plugins are going to break because of a bad update. It's a lot more risk factors. There's more maintenance on your end, as opposed to Shopify that has less maintenance. You kind of go in, it updates everything on its own. You don't have to worry about using any outdoor or third-party plugins, whatever the case may be, because most of the stuff that you're going to need, it's already in Shopify. So it's kind of good. And it's kind of bad as well, depending. But, if you're on it, you know what you're doing, and you have a dedicated team or dedicated staff member or a person who can handle it yourself, it's pretty decent use of WooCommerce, in my opinion. I use it all the time. I actually use it on my current site. It was originally built for websites and blogs, but later down the road, it expanded into, business websites. You can have memberships on there. You can have online stores. You can have custom platforms. The membership one is actually really interesting because I've set up a couple different membership sites, and you have a login feature. You kind of set up pages to only be seen to people who log in. You can also set their tiers. Depending on what tier they are, this is what they can and can't see. So it's pretty decent. I like how flexible and more availability of things you can do to expand on your current business with WordPress. You have complete customization. There are thousands of plugins that you can use, and I will say that there is a plugin for everything. It's not like, hey, you have this WooCommerce and that's it. No, you can really go into depth. You can do a lot of more things with WordPress. You can have a whole, like I said, membership plugin program and stuff like that. You could have a whole inventory management depending on what you're doing. You could have a podcast plugin on there. And it's the limitations are far and few, and the possibilities are many. That being said, I have done plenty of clients' websites and such stuff like that, and I get some very interesting requests, to say the least. But because of that, that for me and my team, it really helps, and I find it to be really cool because when somebody calls me with an idea, I get to look into see how I can make that happen. And when I figure it out, it really makes me happy because I kind of realize at that point that there's just more that I don't know or that I didn't know that we could do on a website. I had a client ask me, they showed me an example. They was like, hey, I kind of like this, I kind of like how this, like, a hover over effect, how it changes images, can we do that? And I was just like, yes, I've seen it done. So I'm not going to say no. I've seen it done. So I could look into see how to do it. And lo and behold, I did it. I did it for their site, and I liked it so much. I liked how it came out. I did it on mine. So it's up currently. And I like it a lot. And it's just stuff like that, it really goes a long way with how much full control you can have. The sky's the limit. Your creativity doesn't have any limitations. You can, if it exists in a plugin, it can be done. With WordPress, I will say that possibilities are almost endless. You do have some limitations, but for the most part, the sky's the limit. Even when it comes to later down the road scaling for business growth and such like that, you have more capability doing custom development. So if you do hard HTML, like HTML coding, God bless you. But if you do custom development and such, you can make a whole custom theme. I actually worked for a company who did just straight custom coding, and they used WordPress as the skeleton, and they just replaced all the code and they hard coded everything. But they use WordPress as a login feature, and they use WordPress to set it up. That is not something for you to do here at Designs by Don W. So if you see that, we can try our best to recreate it, but we are a no coding business. And that'll be touched on more later in another episode and such and stuff like that. But, you know, custom development is one thing that people kind of want. They want full custom, like customized thing. I'm talking like things change when you click over it and custom hover over it and such as that. That's fine. It can be done, but it just depends on what all you want to be done. You have better for advanced SEO. When you're setting up for SEO and such, search engine optimization, it's easier to install things, install different plugins such as Yoast SEO, Rank Math, SEO Press, and it's easier to set up metadata, schema, all these other things as well that we'll touch on later in other podcasts, of course. But you know, it's easier to scale for SEO. It's easier for you to rank better because you're able to then customize the things you can do when it comes to being found on Google. So case in point, you know, you have meta descriptions, metadata, SEO, and other SEO things and such. And it's easier for Google to search and crawl your page when you have WordPress with one of these plugins versus Shopify. You know, yes, you can add metadata and such and stuff like that to Shopify, but it's easier to find and locate in a WordPress site, in my opinion. It's also better for more content-heavy websites. Like if you have a ton of words and a ton of verbiage and blogs at the wazoo, definitely WordPress would give you, as a business owner, more ownership and flexibility over your entire digital presence. So now we spoke about ease of use and such and stuff like that a little bit, and we're going to break that down a little bit more. Shopify wins in simplicity. Easy. Any developer will tell you that Shopify is very simple. It's easy for beginners. It's easier setup. You can kind of get away with murder by not knowing a lot of technical knowledge that's required. You know, if you are in a pinch and you need to get something up, if you want to just start, if you have books, want to sell and such, and you have something quickly you want to use, Shopify can get you up within a day. You know, you can wake up you can plan it out the night before, schedule it the day before, and then boom, here you go. It's the easiest thing. WordPress, it has more of a learning curve. You know, like I mentioned before, you have to make sure you have to find a strong host. Plugins have to be constantly updated. You have to make sure these are good plugins. We spoke about this in a previous podcast, but you got to make sure that the plugins have been updated in the last couple of months, so there's no security issues. You have to make sure you back it up constantly so you have the most recent version with all the newer updated plugins. And then that leads me to make sure everything stays up to date constantly. I would log in, and I actually do, check once a week for all of the plugins that I have from all of my clients. So while it does give you more control, that control, much like things, the more control you have, the more responsibility you have to have. So if you're not as tech savvy and you don't have a lot of time in your hand and you just want to put something up just to start selling stuff, Shopify 100%. But if you actually want to take the time, and you have somebody on your team who has the time dedicated to this, then definitely go 100% WordPress if you want to scale further in life and such and stuff like that. I will say that WordPress can feel overwhelming at first. You know, as a novice coming into this, I was definitely scared because I went to school for coding, and the whole time they teach you, hey, code, boom, 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 boom. I had a couple professors who, really, really woke me up to the ways of life, I will say. and they kind of, scared me a little bit. I was like, okay, I got coding. This is pretty easy. And then when I get to the real world, it's like, okay, I don't have it. There's nobody verifying my code to make sure I've done this okay and properly and such. So with WordPress, if you don't know anything about it, it's you can code in it, but then there's also things you can do, like using page builders and such, that make your life a little bit easier. Um, but you have to learn those page builders. You have to learn things that you can and can't do. There are plugins that could cause all your other plugins to crash and break your whole website. And then if you don't have backup of that, it becomes a nightmare to kind of say, what's this? So it's just, it is very overwhelming, I will say, to the average person. And if you don't have the time to dedicate to really learn how to use it, um, much like anything, you naturally deter from it. You don't want to go near it, which is understandable. But not everything is meant for everybody, and that's why I always give people the option of saying, hey, we will work with you to build your site. If you're comfortable with it, with any updates over that, ultimately we send you all the tutorials for your stuff. That's WordPress, that's the page builder we use, everything. So if you, whenever you have the chance, if you won't have any questions, we don't mind answering them and such and stuff like that, or we don't mind, having like a session with you to kind of teach you the basics and stuff like that, how to edit stuff here and there and a little bit of stuff like that if you need that. But anything long term, I recommend having somebody on your team, because like I said, it is overwhelming. Um, you kind of leads me to the next section of design and customization. WordPress, I will say, dominates in customization. You have full backend access, as in you can see your posts, you can see everything and such stuff like that. You have advanced functionality. You can make a custom code, like I explained earlier, to really change how the look of your whole website looks, how it functions. And then of course you have pre-built templates that are custom layouts, and that can make your site look great. All themes come with documentation, so if it's a certain theme that comes with different plugins and such, you have that ability to read that through. And that, again, that falls back on how comfortable are you in WordPress, because as I mentioned, it can be overwhelming. Theme custom layouts make it easier because they provide documentation, which is a step-by-step process of how to do things. But again, if you're not comfortable in using it, then it could be overwhelming. You can build almost anything on WordPress, guys, and it's pretty cool. It's really cool. Now, I will say that Shopify is more structured. It has more of like a, hey, boom, here you go. This is what we're doing. This is what, um, this is your area. This is like your safe area. This is what you can post at. Here you go. You have themes, you have apps that kind of like tie into it, and it's easier for editing, but it's less flexibility and more platform limitations. So you can't really do a lot of the things you can do if you have WordPress. Um, and then it's less flexible in making it do what you want to do. If I need to like hide something or something like that, or hide more than one element, um, not too sure if you're able to edit that in Shopify. If I believe you can, but I'm not too sure how that would work. Um, so Shopify is easier, but WordPress has more creativity, more powerful creativity. Um, which is able to help people, focus on branding. If I can make something look how I want it to look, WordPress allows me to customize things deeper than Shopify, because you can get down to the nitty gritty when it comes to some of this stuff. And it's just one thing that's just kind of like, oh, okay, cool. Now we're going to break into the next section, which talks about WordPress and the advantages in SEO. You have better blogging capabilities, you have better content structure, you have more plugin control, and you have URL customization. You can use, like I mentioned before, plugins like Rank Math, Yoast SEO, SEO Pro.